A bizarre mix-up of bodies at a funeral home, and now a DeKalb County family is suing after their loved one wasn't in the casket. Atlanta News First, Yasmina Alston is live at the Donald Trimble mortuary in Decatur. Yasmina, how did this happen?
Well, that's what this family wants to know so that this doesn't happen again. What they do know is that their grandmother wasn't at her own funeral.
Well, this is, of course, a strange case where a deceased person was unable to attend their own funeral.
That's because her body wasn't in the casket, according to a DeKalb County family. Jonathan Johnson is representing Marva Lynch, who was planning her grandmother's funeral and provided Donald Trimble mortuary with a wig and clothes to be put on the body. The funeral service was closed casket, and Lynch only had a brief look at her grandmother. Johnson says it was during the service that a funeral home employee actually told Lynch they made a mistake and someone else's body was in the casket.
Miss Lynch loved her grandmother deeply, and she was extremely emotionally devastated to find out that her grandmother had not been present at her own funeral.
Lynch is now suing and has filed a lawsuit to be compensated for emotional distress and to be reimbursed for the funeral cost. But most importantly, this family doesn't want this to happen again. Johnson says the funeral home doesn't dispute what happened, but refuses to work with them on a solution. He also said Georgia law requires a body to be tagged properly to identify the person and avoid this happening.
You have to care about the people who are entrusting you with the remains of their beloved family members.
And the attorney for the funeral home says they are aware of the allegations and said they take pride in the delivery of professional services to loved ones in time of need. Live in Decatur, Yasmina Alston, Atlanta News First.